Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play Bloodmoon, where Sethandas is in a blizzard again. And you know what? I wouldn't mind trading places with him for like 5 minutes. The temperature's dropped here in the UK, in England specifically, but it's still kind of warm. And I don't like the warm, I like the winter, and I like the cold. I don't like the lack of sunlight you get in the winter so much. I don't like the dark, but I do like the cold. Anyway, maybe playing this in a blizzard in the freezing south sun will make me feel cooler, or somehow trick my brain into thinking I feel cooler than I actually am because I'm surrounded by snow. We'll give it a go, shall we? For science! Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today we're dealing with the Windstone. In between taking sips of green tea, actually, by the way. I hope that doesn't bother anyone. We're checking out the Windstone. It's the last of the big stones that we have to do. And if I'm completely honest, I remember precisely bugger all about what's involved in this particular one. Let's find out. Travel south and east of the Lake of Ice to Glenshaw's tomb and free the winds from the greedy man's bag. South and east of the Lake of Ice to Glenshaw's tomb. So, down here somewhere. Probably near Thirsk, I would imagine. Very well. We shall do just that. Although, if I'm honest, Sethandas right now would probably want to get out of the blizzard. The earliest opportunity. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Back to Thirsk. And if it's still blizzarding outside Thirsk... No, it isn't. We're fine. Bit of freezing fog, which is almost as bad, I suppose, but we can live without the blizzard. So, south and east of Lake Fjolding. There's nothing stopping you running around in a blizzard, or indeed an ash storm in this game if you really want to. But I always feel, from a role-playing perspective, that you really do want to stay out of that. Because your character, if he was a real person, would want to stay out of that. Let's see. So, Lake Fjolding's basically here. To the south and east, then. Let's go, see what we find. Yes. The aftermath of the incident with the good beast. Sometimes, folks, you just got to do a little bit of chimney, chiroo, and make a few Reekling's heads explode in order to complete a quest. It's just one of those things. I don't know where I am right now. I'm just going to keep exploring for a bit. I'm coming to this game right off the back of playing a bit of Skyrim, and the culture shock in the graphics is quite something, I've got to say. The lack of 3D grass is throwing me for a loop right now. But I still love Bloodmoon, and yes, you heard me correctly, I was playing some Skyrim. I do occasionally still play some Skyrim. I sometimes get the itch, I install a bunch of mods, play it for a few hours, then get bored and stop again. Like most normal people, I imagine, really, honestly, at this point. But, before anyone says it, no, I don't have any plans to either resurrect my last Skyrim series or start a new one. It's not happening. I'm happy to play it for a few hours by myself. Just for a little while. I'm not happy to commit to playing it for another 3 years on YouTube, I'm afraid. That game, unfortunately for me, and I wish it wasn't the case, but unfortunately for me, that game lacks that special sauce that Morrowind and, I suppose, Oblivion both have that makes me keep coming back to these. I'm not having much luck here, am I? Just keep looking around until we find something. Oh, do go away. Are you a kitty or are you a wolf? You're a kitty, aren't you? Yes, you were. What's this here? This looks significant, this pile of rocks, and yet... Ah! Did I almost walk straight past it? Quite possibly. Let me in. Luke Sternbarrow. Well, this isn't the place, but let's check it out anyway. Do a bit of sneaky sneaking. It never really works, but you never know. One day, if I keep doing it often enough, I'll get my sneak skill high enough that I can actually properly sneak. Oh boy. Okay, dude with a shield I can deal with. Dude with unarmed, on the other hand, would be a problem, as we demonstrated last time. He's got a big axe. Can deal with it. Big axe is nasty, but we can deal with it. Oh my god, more Drogo. Okay. Let's very quickly leech some health. There we go, right as rain again. What's that axe? Just a Nordic soul battle axe, okay. Die, you fiend. Believe me, I really would prefer to be stabbing them with a short blade weapon right now, but I really do have to train this long blade. Oh, how many? Alright, we need some help. We need some help on this one. Get stuck in, gents. Right, there we go. Run! Get ready with the crocodile again. Problem with the Storm Atronach, he kills all of his friends. Try hunger. Hungers are weird, aren't they? They are proper weird. I wish I could sort spells in this game by category. Gosh, I really wish I could do that. This game's user interface is such a mess. On the one hand, it's useful because you can hit tab and you have everything available instantly to you. But on the other hand, good God, I can't sort this slot by weight, and I can't sort this slot by category, and it annoys me. And I'm sure there's mods available that sort this out before anyone mentions it in the comments, but it's not worth trying to break my game over, frankly. Let's see. There's a bunch of summon spells, but most of them are not that good. At least, they're either not that good or they don't have a very good chance to cast. I'll give a Bone Walker a try, I suppose. I need to make more custom versions, is the thing, isn't it? I need to make more custom versions with a slower duration, because really, do you need to summon one for 60 seconds if they're going to get killed in 20? I mean, even 20 seconds is a long time in combat in this game. Morrowind combat has a way of being resolved incredibly quickly, I've noticed. Especially compared to Oblivion. Interesting, they seem to have completely lost interest. You carry on doing your thing, Mr. Crocodile. Not done yet, mate. I could have, of course, popped that helmet on and summon a Dremora Lord, but this seems to be working out just fine for now. They're not taking any damage from that at all. That's fascinating. I think the hunger might be having a bit more success, but I'm not entirely sure, actually. I don't think those guys inflicted any damage on these Draugr at all. That's astonishing. I wonder why that is. They clearly don't have some kind of crazy magic resist on them, because I've been casting spells at them just fine. Very strange. Whatever. A skull. Skull of an ancient dead hero, or possibly villain, who really knows for sure. Oh boy. Need to make a lower level open spell as well, don't I? Need to remember that. I think I used to have one called Knock or something, but I think I deleted it from the spellbook in a bit of overzealous spring cleaning between volumes of the Let's Play. Oh well. On Ducey's key it is. Locked chest containing a lockpick. Very, very funny game. Ah, look, he did it again. He did it again. Height of comedy here. Alright, okay. That's a properly trickily locked one. Okay, that's not very good. And, well, ripened belladonna berries. And that's different from the unripened ones I've been picking up, so maybe that'll be useful for something. Spirit Strike Ring. I don't want to take it because it's vaguely valuable. Yeah, sure, why not? Can give it to Laruvi when I'm back in Morrowind, in my tower again. Assuming I managed to figure out a way of carting all this crap off of Bloodmoon with me. Off of Bloodmoon? Off of Solstheim. I've already had to start dumping stuff in order to be able to stay under the carry weight limit. And unfortunately, this isn't Oblivion, where I can make a ton of feather potions that last for like 10 minutes each. Although I do have Mithras' stanchion and I do have the soft leather boots, so yeah, maybe. Anyway, this is not where we wanted to be, as a matter of fact. It was an interesting diversion, but it's not where we wanted to be. I kind of forgot how, well, repetitive, actually, oh, it's Sweet Chest Shack again. I kind of forgot how repetitive the barrows are in this game. They really all are kind of just the same, aren't they? Which I suppose makes a certain logical sense. Because, you know, if you were Ancient Nords, why would you build the barrows differently individually, each one? If that simple structure that fits quite neatly under a medium-sized hill like this just works, why would you change it? It doesn't necessarily mean it's terribly exciting to explore, though. Especially when the treasure inside is very crap indeed. Oh wait, you guys reflect, don't you, sometimes? So let's just attack you with this, because it's got no charge on it. Too little, too late there, chum. No healing for you. Oh, I do love a good Morrowind quest where the instructions are basically just, to the southeast somewhere. South and east of the Lake of Ice. That's kind of where I am right now, if I'm honest with you, game. But alright. It's like searching for those mud crabs in the Redoran questline all over again. Well, it wasn't really the mud crabs, per se. It was searching for the farmer in the first place that had the problem with the mud crabs. It's funny to think, actually, that Fathis almost ended up joining the House Redoran in this Let's Play. I imagine things would have turned out quite differently indeed had that been the case. Ah, now this looks promising. Okay. Glenshall's tomb. Brilliant, we've made it. Oh, God. Alright, hold on a second. Okay. They didn't muck about there, did they? Restore fatigue. Restore health. Yeah, I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to use Merrin's Razor. Your roundhouse kick kung fu shenanigans, Mr. Droga. Thank you very much. Ah, that's the last of my green tea gone. Whoa, hello. There's no such thing as a bad dog, except for maybe these guys. Then again, perhaps even these doggos. I can't believe I said doggos out loud. That's something I have a pet peeve with, the word doggos. Something future generations will make fun of us millennials for even saying. But anyway, you can make the case for these dogs that it wasn't so much a case of the dogs being bad, but the owners being bad. Speaking of the owners, will you die, please? I mean, stay dead. Right. Where are you, greedy man? I've come for your windbag. It has been fun playing a Shoreblade character in this Let's Play, I have to admit. It's something that I've previously never really done before. Perhaps next time I'll have to go unarmoured and spear or something. Unarmoured, spear, and marksman. Those are kind of the other main weapon skills I've never really touched. Yeah, I didn't think they were all dead yet. Huh, look at you, stuck, you moron. Whoa! This item does not have enough charge. This item does not have enough charge. This item does not have enough charge. Oomph. Right. At last we are alone. For now. Just realised I think I forgot to check that lock level 60 chest. It probably had another lockpick in it. I'm sure we'll live. Greedy man's bag. Oh gosh, really? Come on, 60% chance, virtually. No. Story of my life. Right. Journal has been updated. I've opened the greedy man's bags and freed the winds. I should return to the windstone. Seems like rubbish to me. It was plenty windy out there earlier. But whatever. clearly some very odd magic at work here indeed. Very odd magic and very old magic, I might add. Forget it. It's probably got like a pair of slippers in it or something. Right. That is a pair of berserkers. You don't see that necessarily very often, do you? But this one seems to be slightly more aggro than the other one. Can we have more of the lady berserkers, please? Lady berserkers, please, because they are far more agreeable to the eye. However, I'm not gonna turn down that. That's pretty nice. Got a bit of purple death magic-y nonsense, mate. Enjoy. Have at there. The target managed to regen just enough charge for one hit there. Diamonds. It always pays to check the corpses. You never know what you might find. Normally they only have like 1 gold coin, but that time he had a diamond. Right. Back to the windstone then, I guess. That was pretty straightforward, eh? Oh, we're here again. I can't remember how long it's been, so I'm just going to have a little chat with our friend here and see if he's done with that helmet yet. Oh wow, I think the bear pelt I dropped here is actually getting in the way. That's quite funny. There we go. Hey, there it is, he's done it.
Come, friend. I make the best armor on all of Solstheim.
Snow Wolf Helmet. Constant effect, resist frost, 5% on self. Also armor rating 48, which, well, let's be honest, is definitely better than 16. Ugh. I don't know, man. Those gums are very pink. It doesn't look too bad from the back, I guess. Do you know what? I think Fathis is probably willing to overcome the fact that he's going to walk around dressed like a savage if it means that he's significantly warmer whenever one of those blizzards strikes, and with a resist frost effect. You're gonna be warmer in a blizzard, aren't you? Let's face it. I don't think he'd want to be caught dead wearing it back on the mainland, though, let's put it that way. Can you repair any of my stuff? I ask this every episode. Yeah, you can. The enemies on this island do lots of damage to my equipment. I need it constantly repaired. Is there any more armor I'd like him to look at while we're here? Oh gosh, that's what we look like without the robe. Goodness me. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why we wear the robe. Oh, that's classic Morrowind right there. We're wearing about 6 different armor sets at once. Good grief. The thing is, he's not going to be able to make me greaves that are better than these ones. He's not going to be able to make me boots that are better than the boots of the Apostle. He can't make a cuirass that's better than the Saviour's hide, and my gloves are magic, and I'd rather wear them than you know, armoured gloves. And we've already got the pauldrons and the helmet, and shield. Well, this shield's kind of important because it restores my magicka, so I think that's it, really. Beyond collecting it just for the sake of having a full suit of wolf armour, I really don't see the point. How many wolf pelts do we even have at this point left? I'm not sure if we have any. A couple of bear pelts that we really don't need. I have to admit, I do kind of like the idea of... Do you know what? Mad as it sounds, I'm having those. Do you know why? Because I can put them on the floor in my tower back in Tel Uvirith. And they kind of look like rugs. So, yeah, fine, I'll have them. I'm still looking to see if I've got any snow wolf pelts left. I have no. There's a snow bear pelts. No, I don't think I have any. It doesn't look like I've got any. Now Stalrim. I'm pretty sure Stalrim armor, which is a thing in this, is medium armor, unfortunately, and not light armor, which makes me a bit sad. But yeah, you never know. It might be one of those armors that is so freaking good that even with 18 medium armor, it'll still be amazing. Where is my medium? Yeah, there it is. So, oh wait, no, 17. I got it confused with armor. Anyway, I'm getting terrifically distracted right now. Let's go back to the Windstone, shall we? Sure, is in vaguely this direction somewhere. Oh, everything's going all blue. Man, I feel like I've popped some weird pills. This is not really kind of weird. What are you doing, HDR lighting? Hey, look, it's the good beast. How do? Oh gosh, I thought I'd killed you there. Apparently not. You had like 1 hit point left. Foolish bunny rabbit. For the record, I like rabbits. I think they make excellent pets. A bit like cats, but there's less scratching and biting involved. I highly recommend them. However, Fathis is not a fan of bunny rabbits. I was hoping I might be able to avoid you, but the aggro range on you guys is somewhat preposterous. Oh God. Draw your dagger. How much health? Oh God. Would you like one of the Hag Elders? Because, my goodness, your health seemed to last forever. They're no joke, those girls, are they? They are no joke. They will mess you up. Alright, it's this lot again. Another rabbit. Sorry, I had like 3 hit points I needed to get back, so I regret nothing. And I don't know why everything's glowing blue right now. There must be some sort of weird thing going on with the HDR lighting of weather or something. Ah, you bastard. Okay, that's not good. God, you annoying little blighters. Now, what on earth is that? You gotta love having moments like that in RPGs, haven't you? When you look at a monster and you think, what on God's green earth is that thing? It's why I love having the creatures mod installed. Whatever it is, I intend to go and try and kill it. I'll tell you that right now. Oh God, I could deal with you first, though. My short blade skill just increased another unnecessary level. I think it might have done. Okay, you thing. I was completely unaware, by the way, when I installed the creatures mod, that it added a bunch of Solstheim-specific creatures to the list as well. I thought it just did, like, you know, Vardenfell stuff. But, no, I have been so very pleasantly surprised playing Bloodmoon and finding all this stuff here. I had no idea it was a thing. So what are you, aside from big, blue, and scary, and spiky? Oh, it's a Frost Monarch! With, like, unique meshes and textures and stuff. That's awesome. Wizard's Jewel, then. Very well. Oh god, you have Reflect. Oh. Oh. A worthy foe, this one. Bloody hell. Help? Help? It is slain. Its little feet are poking out of the snowdrift. Ah, I didn't have anything to loot. How disappointing. Everything's going slightly blue again. Is that how you know Fath has been out in the cold a little bit too long? He's starting to hallucinate. Still, that was very cool, if you'll pardon the pun. It's one of those guys that that was used to create what's it called? What is the bloody big blue sword? Ice Blade of the Monarch. That's the one. It was one of them that was used to create it, apparently. Right, Windstone, over here. Somewhere. Any bunny rabbits nearby I can steal souls of to restore my health? It is done. I've opened, as I approached the Windstone, it began to glow with a mystical light. I have completed the Gift of Winds ritual. I have completed all the 6 rituals necessary, and I should return to Heartfang. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Progress, everybody. Finally, at long last. To be fair, as soon as we did that, it immediately started a blizzard. I suppose that's appropriate. That's Rimhull over there, I think, isn't it? Now, bearing in mind, we haven't been to Rimhull yet, canonically, because the game crashed and I reloaded it. And when that happened, I chose not to go into Rimhull and kill the dude. Because I'm still pretty convinced. Is that a squirrel or something? Bunny rabbit! Yes, healing. Your healing energies will be mine. Stupid snowhopper. I should really dispose of some of these corpses, you know. I'm going to go with that one because it's a bit too close to the bear, but I have heard that it can slow your game down a bit if you leave too many corpses lying around. The downside, of course, is that if you do dispose of a corpse, it will just spawn another creature much faster than if you hadn't. Anyway. Right. Hello, Skarl. How do? I've completed your tasks. And I am wearing a very fetching hat, which I'm sure you think is marvellous, even if I don't. Some people are born dumb, like me, for instance. This guy has the best idle dialogue. You are told to perform the rituals needed to restore the power of the Skarl. What have you done? You have completed the ritual of the gifts. I am impressed with your efforts, Outlander, but there's more to be done. You have shown a certain loyalty to the Skull, and it surprises me. Tradition dictates that you now hold this, the Mace of Avar Stonesinger. This is a treasure of the Skull that I do not relish giving to an outsider. Still, you have earned it. For now. Now, it is time to prove your wisdom. Though I believe your heart may be one with the Skull, your mind must be as well. To that end, I would have you investigate a crime. It involves two of the Skull, and your actions may decide their fates. Engar Icemaiden has been accused of theft. His accuser, Rigmor Halfhand, claims that Icemaiden stole furs from his house. These furs were indeed found in Icemaiden's residence. The Skull do not take such things lightly. We have little, and each is given according to his need. This offence is punishable by exile or sacrifice to the wolves. Icemaiden will surely choose the wolves. Now, speak with the Skull, find out what you can, then report your findings to me, so the guilty may be punished appropriately. So, a murder investigation, eh? This is a little bit more, in fact. This is wheelhouse. So, Engar Icemaiden. He has been accused of stealing furs from Rigmor Halfhand. Icemaiden is a fine warrior, and he has held a place of honour among the Skull for many years. What about Rigmor? Rigmor is not much of a warrior, but he's a smart man and a valuable member of the Skull community. Interesting. Interesting. So, he gave us the Mace of Avar Stonesinger, which is this thing here. You may recognise this if you watched my Skyrim playthrough, because I had a mod which added this to the game. Now it occurs to me that I'm now carrying, well, not carrying right now, but in this LP I now own two of the weapons from my Skyrim Let's Play. The Iceblade of the Monarch and the Mace of Avar Stonesinger. Quality bit of kit this in Morrowind, actually. It's one of the best maces in the game, if memory serves. I mean, in vanilla anyway. It looks to me a little bit like old Morrowind Rebirth has nerfed it a tad. But it certainly looks awesome. Bit useless for us though, because our blunt weapon skill is, well, 11. So, if I manage to get, I have to admit, if I do manage to get my long blade up to like 100, and we're at 75 now, so it's not that far off, I might consider starting to work on my blunt weapon skill after that. Although, obviously, at first I'll have to go and spend a small fortune on a trainer to get it up there a little bit to begin with, but and then I'll have to work on it the hard way after that. But it could be worth it, because there's some good maces in this game. And it would also allow me to smack things with my walking stick, which would be marvellous. Speaking of the walking stick, there it is. I bring it. Mithras' stanchion, my stick of judgment, as I judge this crime, this murder investigation. I shall walk about with the stick of judgment as my badge of office. You there. What can you tell me about the crime? The accusations that Rigmor Halfhand has made against Engar Icemaiden, a terrible situation. Rigmor is a clever one. He's wise and crafty, and perhaps for this he's not well liked. Still, he's of the Skull, and we must take his accusations seriously, okay? About Engar. He's a valiant warrior and no thief. Any of the Skull can tell you that. Anyone who would say different is a liar. He's always proven to be brave and true, and it is impossible to imagine that he would be capable of this crime. Interesting. Yes, well, that would be my assumption, because it's never that simple. Engar is probably innocent. But we must get to the bottom of this matter nevertheless. Who are you? Hagrad the Stone. Speak with me a moment, Hagrad. Stay a while and listen, or actually no, stay a while and answer my bloody questions.
You tourists are a nuisance.
Say that again and I will hit you on the head very hard with this stick. Right. Tell me about the crime. What about Rigmor? What about Engar? Same as usual. Okay. We should probably speak with Engar and Rigmor at the earliest opportunity. Well, that was handy, wasn't it? You were right here.
You, who are to be my judge, what would you ask of me?
Many questions. Starting with, what can you tell me about the crime? What do you have to say for yourself? I know what I'm accused of, and I know that it's a lie. I have no need for the affairs of Rigmor Halfhand. I'm a Skaal warrior. My honour and the honour of the Skaal are my life. And I will bear this injustice as any warrior should, with dignity. I see. What about Rigmor? I had no quarrel with Halfhand until this day. I thought him a friend to my family, to my wife, Reese Iceman. Really? Really? Especially while I was on the hunt, he was known to keep counsel with her and others who remained in the village. And now this from him. You are dense as pig shit, aren't you? Right, fine. I'm going to go and talk to your wife. Wherever she is. Hello.
Hey! I found a piece of cheese. Whose piece of cheese is this?
Okay, moving on anyway. Right. It occurs to me, you see, that by waving my weapon around in their faces, I'm actually getting a lower disposition from them. But I want to do it because it's very thematic. I like the idea of Fathis waving it around and pretending it's some sort of badge of office. Occasionally poking people in the shins with it when he thinks they're lying. However, what I do think would be a good idea to use would be the Seal of the Archmagister. Arf, arf. You're the one who is to investigate a crime that has been blamed on my husband. How may I help you? Engar would never do a thing such as this. He's a man of honour, and we want for nothing. I cannot imagine what would drive Rigmor to make such an accusation. Perhaps he's jealous of my husband, and these charges are meant to disgrace him. Possibly. Possibly. My husband is a valiant warrior and no thief. Any of the Skaal will tell you that. Anyone? Yeah, okay, right. What about Rigmor? He had been a good friend to me until this accusation. We'd spent some time together, but now he has decided to ruin my family. I see.
You are the one who is to investigate a crime that has been blamed on my husband. How may I help you?
See, that's a little more appropriate, thank you, Mrs. Icemane. Not this piece of cheese nonsense. Heavens. Right. Although, I must admit, a very rare and valuable find indeed, considering this game contains 0 cheese. Think about that for a minute. There are no items of cheese in this game at all. Oblivion's got cheese. Skyrim's got cheese. No cheese in Morrowind. It's true. Right. Hello, Rigmor. I come waving my staff of judgment.
I understand you are investigating Engar Icemane's theft.
A terrible thing, but you were sent to investigate a crime. What can I do for you, Outlander? I can't understand why he would do such a thing. We of the Skaal give to each according to need. If Icemane had needed more furs, they would have been provided, but instead he stole them from my home. It is difficult to explain. I feel sorry for his lovely wife, who will be left all alone. He had always been a valuable member of the Skaal, but he's not a caring man. He leaves his lovely wife for weeks at a time while on the hunt. He probably stole my furs because he wasn't able to provide enough for his family. Such a sad story. Mm-hmm. Is that so? What do you have to say about Reese? A beautiful woman, deserving of better than her husband. Were I her mate, she would lead a much better life. Would she indeed? Fortify health corner. Clearly I need to find more evidence. Clearly I do. I shall return.